been dragging something here. Mountain team, want to follow me a little bit? Look at this. Look at something. You can catch that, huh? Look at this. I got a trail coming through here. Look at that. And we're coming right up to here. Okay. Coming up through here. Bingo. Here we go. And like always, you find one of these. It's like early human would do. Same thing. Anyway, what they're looking for is insects, particularly kind of larvae, full of protein. But this is why you find these. All your early hominins would do this, just like your primates even do today. But as you can see, it is a tool. Almost like a handle too, huh? Kind of neat. See that? Just like if I was one of the hominins. And this is what they're doing. And they get in here. They find something to consume. Down it goes. That's what they were doing here. Now, whew. So it's pretty obvious to me that the triangle area is pretty damn active. And also they came up through here. They came up through here, right around through here. See this? You got some more footprints right here. There's 9 on this. And they're right down in here. Okay. And they came right down in through here. So, well, now, whoo! There you guys go. Hey, like that for some evidence, huh? Oh God, I'll tell you something. I really get into these early humans, you know. Many years I've been doing the research, and as much as I try to educate myself on what it was back at that time period. And now I'm at a point now, guys, I could think like them, act like them. I know exactly what I'm dealing with. And when I come out here, I you know, all of a sudden it's like I become one of them. And it's probably one of the other reasons, plus a whole lot of years of experience, why I come across a lot of evidence like this. And like that old shaft I just showed you a few minutes back. That's unreal. I was hoping a day would come, if that was in fact some kind of an inlet to a dwelling, that it has been exposed. I mean, that it would get exposed some way, in which it finally did. And you know, that's exactly how I found the cavern too. It through nature, it exposed itself. So that's why I'm out here all the time. You can't do this once in a great while or week, come back months later, you know. You gotta be out here all the time. So anyway, this is all good evidence, and that shows that they're really active in the Sierra Triangle area, and they always have been. And they you know, they also know that winter's around the corner. Okay, so pretty soon here they're going to start getting ready to forage and store up on some food for the winter. Now I got that done. There was something else I wanted to tell you and discuss with you about back in early humans. And so far the conversation we've been having, I think we're having a good conversation now. I think some of you might be trying to, starting to get it a little bit, but I still see a lot of you haven't, and that's too bad. At least I hope I got through to some of you. That makes me feel a little better. The other ones that don't, you can't be helped. Anyway, look at here. Back in that time period, say for instance, if I take you back 350, 400,000 years ago, and let's just say I was an early hominin, and I'm sitting right here. You see what I just demonstrated? You see, and I'm looking for something to eat. Okay. Now let's just say while I'm down here digging, looking for something to eat. Now let's say I expose some rotting meat. Okay. Well, in that time period, and for many years to come after that time period, and even before, the planet that we call Earth, we had an array of bacteria and viruses that was unknown to humans, period. And even to this day in our modern medicine, those kind of viruses and bacteria, if they would appear today, still would be unknown to man and his science. And that is a fact. Now, what I'm getting at is this. Now, early man, he's digging, looking for a meal, he finds some meat, okay? The meat is rotted and it's full of bacteria, okay? This could be the time period where the temperature is pretty hot, okay? So anyway, so you got this meat that's full of bacteria. Now, the early man doesn't really realize this. So he doesn't know what bacteria are, and he doesn't know what a virus is. So what does he do? He consumes it. Okay? Now what happens? Well, he's either going to live or meet his demise from an infection of the bacteria. Now, let's say if he had an internal infection and did not know that, they would get bad teeth and toothaches just like anybody else does, right? Broken teeth. You get an open wound in your mouth, you're consuming rotted meat that's contaminated with a bad bacteria. What's going to happen? It's going to get in your blood system. Most likely it's going to kill you. Now, but here's the funny thing about it. They survived. Some ultimately would pass away, sure. But also a lot survived. They survived bacterias that us as modern humans, if you have experienced that same bacteria, I'm telling you right now, there would be no cure for you. Absolutely no cure. And you would be praying that they would find one. That's all I could tell you. Now, and of course they had viruses then too, but virus isn't man-made. Come on now. Viruses and bacteria have been around for centuries. Millions and millions of years. A lot of them probably came from other worlds and came down to here. So, but this is what happened, guys. Now you're probably asking the question, well, how did they survive this? The reason they survived this is because of the kind of immune system they have, the kind of respiratory system they have, which is extremely intense. Puts us to shame, completely to shame. You have to understand too, back in that time period, the air you breathe, the oxygen was pure. It's not like today. Back then, you got pure oxygen. You know what that did to your body? Some unreal things. Even could give you, how do you say, superhuman strength? And that's a fact. You see, the more oxygen you get in the blood, and the more blood you get into the muscle, now you're getting the picture. Now, but because of the other medical components that nature put up, like I already told you guys about, like say the Douglas fir, all the medicine properties, these guys that have been dealing with that from that point up to today, Okay? They actually, what happened is, my guess is probably what happened, and I'm looking at it in science and biological manner. The ones that survive build up an immunity to bacteria, certain viruses. Okay? They build up immunity. Human beings can do the same thing. Okay? Look at biology is biology. It's very complex. If you know how it operates and how it works, it's a beautiful mechanism. The human body is. It's a wonderful piece of art. Okay? Now, so time goes by, and they're evolving. They're humans, right? And as time goes by, we'll see this immunity they have to a lot of these bacteria and viruses is handed down from generation to generation. It's into your bloodline. And you have to remember that as time goes by, they are still being exposed, and so you have ones that still build immunities. Okay, you have ones that do, ones that don't. But the good part of it is they survived. All right. So if you think, say for instance, if say 300,000 years ago, you see if a certain virus came out, could there have been what they call today a pandemic? Well, of course. But here's the thing. Here, you have modern science. Over here, you have none. Why did they make it? Why did early man make it? And he's still living today. I've already explained that. And he made it. So, I just wanted to let you guys know that even in that time period, they had a lot to deal with too. Actually, if you think about it, they have a hell of a lot worse than we do. But they made it. They made it. So, anywho, hey, do that to my hat. Hey guys, hope you liked this video, and I'm glad we kept on this conversation. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, early man had experienced the same things that you're experiencing now, but remember this: they survived it, and they did not go into total extinction. For us, it's a whole different story. I think that's all I'm going to discuss right now, and I might have went a little too deep for you last time. Maybe next time we'll have another conversation. Maybe I might just take it really deep. I want to see where you guys are at that point. Okay? Right now, from me and Valentine, you guys take care of yourselves. Okay? Have a good one. I gotta go. I gotta get back to work. Goodbye.